I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. Welcome to episode... What episode are we at? Oh my goodness. 96 of Friday Sews. Alright, so Friday Sews, as you all know, is the brainchild of Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And it's all about having a chat amongst ourselves, the YouTuber family, and our viewers about what's been going on in our sewing room for the week and a little bit about life. So I say sew a lot. I have to change that. I have to pick a new word. This week I've been down here a little less than typical. I've been very tired at the end of my work day, and on a couple of occasions I ended up going to bed right after dinner, basically, like around 8 p.m. I was in bed. As a result, I did not get as much sewing as I would have wanted, but oh, there's Bear. I did get a couple of things done. So the first thing I got done, I actually completed it over the weekend. And this is my Sky Crossbody Bag by Lavender and Twine. I absolutely love my little bag, and it was so much fun to make. I did the silver, I have my silver bag. So I did the silver faux leather and a beautiful pink lining. The bag has some credit card slots here. It's big enough to hold my phone, my keys, everything I would need to run errands or go to a lunch, that kind of thing. The only thing is I reused the hardware from my bit of a fail, like that Prada inspired bag I made early in February. So I reused the hardware, which is great, but the chain is too short. I'd love to wear this crossbody, so I'm gonna need to get myself a longer chain, which is not an issue. Or what I could do is make myself a strap that is long enough out of the same silver faux leather. I do have enough of it to make myself a strap. And then, you know, it's swivel clasps here, so I can just put in a different strap. But I absolutely love my little bag. The only thing is, so it's got a magnetic snap to close it, and it's got some rivets to hold the pleat, because you can see from the side that it's pleated. So it's got rivets here to hold the pleats down, and I'm supposed to have rivets on here that basically, I'll show you this way. So there's a strap here, and I'm supposed to have 4 rivets in here to hold everything. I had, and you can see the stitching, it's definitely not perfect and it's not ideal, but I sewed it down instead of using rivets because I don't have a fancy press, and it's a little tool with a hammer, and it just refused to get through all of these layers. If I'm going to be making many more bags, or if I'm going to be making coats or tops that require snaps or rivets, like jeans or cargo pants, which I'm working on right now, I think I need to invest in a proper like cam press. And I know that Christine from Christine Sews a Lot did a full video on the one she has and all of the different accessories you can get for it. I mean, those things are not cheap, so I have to think about, you know, saving up my pennies to get myself one of those, because the little hand tools just are not cutting it for bag making. Like, not when there are this many layers. So there's that. There I go again. So the other thing I finished is a lanyard that I made in collaboration with Natita from So Natural Dane for BHM pattern designers. A video went up on the channel yesterday all about that. I'll pop a picture, but I'm not going to go through all the details. You can watch the video. And that's it. That's all I managed to get done this week. A bag, which I got done on the weekend, and my little lanyard, which took about 30 minutes to make. So not a whole lot got finished this week. In terms of things I've got on the go or in progress or things I want to work on over the next week, I've got 2 things, and you'll hear more about those in my plans video for March, which is going to come out Tuesday next week. But I've got 2 collaborations I'm working on in March, and I've already started working on my make. So I'm making a muslin for both of those. And in one case, the muslin is cut and sewn. And in the other project, the muslin is cut. I just have to sew it, which is definitely going to happen this weekend. Yeah, gosh. And those are the only plans I have, because one of the collaborations I think is going to be a little more labor intensive than the other. So I don't want to put too much on my plate over the next couple of weeks because I need to get those done. And that is pretty much it in terms of my sewing this week. As far as life or in other news, I have a very exciting day planned for Saturday. When I got my Cricut machine, I think 2 Christmases ago now, Andra from Andra Makes suggested that I subscribe to the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel. And I did do that, and I so enjoy their videos and their crafts. They have so many tutorials out there on YouTube of really lovely projects. And on Saturday, they are hosting their annual Megathon. So it's an all-day event. It starts at 10 a.m., finishes at 5 p.m., and during the day, we get 4 workshops on 4 different types of crafts, and I'm so excited. When you sign up, the cost includes the workshop, so the full day of training, plus they send you a box with 95% of the supplies you'll need. So I'm going to have to provide, obviously, my own Cricut machine, my own press, my own glue gun and glue, but everything else, the heat transfer vinyl, we're making like a little makeup pouch, the pouch itself, everything was in the box. I've told everybody I'm completely unavailable Saturday all day because I really want to sit down and make those projects real time with the gang from Makers Gonna Learn. I am so excited. And if I'm really happy with my projects, or even if I'm not really happy, I might put a video together because I know a lot of you also have Cricut machines, and either it's still in its box, or you're afraid to use it, or you've dabbled but it scares you. And I felt the exact same way for probably the first year of me owning that machine. I really want to inspire you to use your machine more, because if you sew your own clothes, the whole heat transfer vinyl and then sublimation, there's so many things you can do on your own clothes with your Cricut machine. Anywho, so I thought I'd record a video after I'm done with my 4 projects to kind of share them and share my thoughts on how the workshop went, and hopefully inspire you to take that machine out of the box. Let me know in the comments below if that sounds interesting to you. Do you own a Cricut machine? Do you use it a lot? I would love to know, because I'd really like to make more videos about what I get up to on the Cricut. And as you know, Marianne, when she comes over for an afternoon of crafty time or a whole day of crafty time, she uses the Cricut and she does really, really nice things. If you're interested in that kind of content, I would love to put some videos out on the Cricut machine. Another life topic I wanted to tackle. Now I'm going to kick myself for not bookmarking or saving that video, but late last week or over the weekend, I watched a video from a YouTuber I don't subscribe to. So, you know, when you go to your home page and you see videos there that you don't necessarily subscribe to the channel, I tapped on one of them because it looked interesting. And she put herself on a spending diet, if you will. So she's only allowing herself to shop online and to do research on the things she wants to buy during the weekend. Basically, if a thought comes to her, she takes a note of it and then is only allowed to go research it, shop for it, or buy it on a Saturday or Sunday. And she has found that whenever she let herself buy the thing, whether it's Amazon or in our case, fabric, patterns, new tools, new gadgets, if she allows herself to do that every single day of the week, she doesn't realize how much she's spending because it's $10 here, $15 here, oh, $5 pattern here, a $1.99 pattern here. At the end of it though, it adds up to a lot of money. And she's now realizing since the beginning of January that by delaying the purchasing to the weekend, where she's going to have to dish out like $200 to get everything she wanted to buy throughout the week, she often changes her mind and takes the stuff out of her cart unless she absolutely needs it. I'd really like to try that because I find myself just add to cart, check out, add to cart, check out, 2-3 times a week. And not just in my sewing room, in just life, makeup, clothes, this, that, the other thing. And then at the end of the month, I get my credit card bill and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it adds up very quickly. I'm gonna try to do this starting March 1st. So this coming weekend is going to be, well, March 1st, today, because you're watching this on March 1st. So this weekend, I'm going to allow myself to buy something if I need it. But then the next shopping day is going to be Saturday, the 9th. And I'm going to try and do that for the entire month of March and see if that has an impact on my spending. Yeah, I think it's just easier to be mindless about our spending when it's small amounts here and there. We don't think, it has that much of an impact, but it does. And I want to be better at not spending money on things I don't need, not buying patterns I'll never make, or buying fabric I'm not absolutely in love with, and just spending money on knickknacks that I don't need. Anywho, let me know if that's the kind of thing you do, or do you just, do you control your spending and buying, or restrict it? Not control, restrict it in any way. And if you do, have you found that helpful? All right, well, I think that's going to do it for me today because I'm looking at my viewfinder and my battery's dying. I hope you've had a great week, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please give the video a like on your way out if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.